All right, this is Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out, joined by Craig Richards. We haven't spoke in about a month or something, and obviously last night was the heavyweight title fight, which we're going to speak on now. How are you? First of all, how you been?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm brilliant. I'm good. Back in the gym. Well, been in the gym for a little while, training, grafting. Same old usual.
Yeah, man. Okay. We'll get straight into it then. Obviously, last night we saw a heavyweight title fight, Saudi Arabia. I think there was about 14,000. And the event was good. There was weird round in the Badou Jack fight that lasted 4 minutes, but we'll go on to the main event. What did you think of the fight, AJ Usyk too?
Good fight. Good fight. I think AJ boxed a lot better than he did in the first fight. Defense was better, a bit more aggressive. He tried to let his hands go more. Obviously, Usyk's a tremendous operator, so when he was changing his angles and that, he made it difficult for AJ, but AJ still done the best he could. I think his performance and it showed that he's definitely been improving in the gym, but I think it's the better man won last night. And that's all I can say. Usyk boxed a tremendous fight, good game plan, and turn it up and just them last few rounds just won it for him.
How much better do you think AJ actually was?
I think a lot better. I think he was better on his legs. He's fatigued earlier in fights, like 5, 6th round. He never really fatigued till 11th and 12th, and he wasn't fatigued how we've seen him in the past. He was obviously a bit more tired than he was earlier in the fight, but he wasn't like out on his feet 11 and 12. He was just a bit more tired, so the work rate went down. So when he was trying to finish the job, obviously he didn't have just the extra energy to get the job done. But I think he definitely, stamina wise, he looked like he improved. Hand speed wise, combination wise, and game plan wise, I think definitely he's improved.
Yeah, 100%. It was interesting going into the 10th. It seemed pretty close. Obviously Usyk, the last two was definitely in his favor. But how did you score it? I think the most common one is like a 7-5, 8-5.
Yeah, it was
7-5.
about that, about 7-5. I felt about 7-5. It was a good fight. Just let it run away from him at the end. But this time, where Usyk came on strong in the last fight, and AJ's defense was a little bit less tight. He was getting caught with a lot of shots. With this one, he was blocking the defender a lot of shots. So Usyk didn't manage to hurt him. While in the last fight, on the 12th, it looked like he was hurt. But this fight, he saw it out when he was tired. His defense and that was a lot better.
What happened after then? It was obviously so weird to see AJ like that. One thing I would say
Yeah,
is there's so much on the line. No one, obviously, you have, you're a professional boxer. You've been in similar situations, but the amount of pressure he has, the amount of emotions, adrenaline he was feeling at the time, obviously
yeah,
led him to go on a bit of a rampage.
yeah. Well, I think what it is, I think it wasn't just the night. I think it's been a um, pent up emotions over the last maybe year or so. Your headlining shows, you come through British boxing, you start headlining O2 Arena, fill them up, move on to stadiums, become a pay-per-view star, the whole of Britain's behind you. You don't perform for a fight or two, a lot of the fans switch sides, don't want to be supporting you. And then people start criticizing you in the streets. You're going to your barber shop, you're going to wherever you're going, and people have all got their opinions. Oh, you need to be more aggressive. You've lost your spite. You've lost your hunger. You need more grit in you. And he's basically like, I am more gritty. Like in his head, he's thinking, I've come from a dark place. I got into boxing because of obviously all the things he said last night. And I think these are the sort of things in the back of his head where he's thinking, how can you not say this about me? I'm not this nice, friendly giant. Remember who I was, where I came from. And now you lot are dismissing that because I'm a polished article. But remember who I actually am. But what he did, he obviously didn't articulate it, not only at the right time or the audience or in the right moment. And I think where he had adrenaline going, he was angry, it wasn't coming out right. But he just wanted to basically make the point to say, listen, I was in the gym since a kid. I was a kid as a guy who changed my life around later on. And I'm competing with the highest athletes and I'm trying to do something with myself. And you don't keep criticizing me. Like I got beaten by the better man. And I think it was just a moment of frustration, passion, anger, and disappointment. He was obviously training very hard. He believed he was going to win. And he's just disappointed in himself. He had the will to win and he come up short and he's just disappointed. All the emotions. And it probably was for someone to take him away and just let him calm down first before he had spoken out. But you can't look. It's boxing. It's an emotional sport, and when you feel like people constantly on your back and stuff, sometimes your emotions get the better of you because you're passionate about it. It's your livelihood.
Yeah, I think I've spoken to a few people today. That's one of the best ways anyone's put it, like in terms of where he's actually come from and what he meant by it as well, because people take it out of context. And yeah, it was so random, and people are right to
Yeah,
say that, but you
yeah.
kind of you've got to the root of why it happened and why
Why he
he's saying
said
it.
it. It was just the wrong time and the wrong
Mm,
moment to
mm.
say it, and he articulated it wrong as well. So with the whole combination of everything, him being angry, saying the stuff he said at the time, everyone's like, "Oh, this ain't great." But I can see from a fighter's point of view why he felt the way he felt and what he was trying to say. It was just not the right time with all the emotions and adrenaline going through him.
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously a shame. He was upsetting the presser as well. He said he wants to get back in the ring like November. Eddie Hearn said December. So if it was December, would that you feel like that'd be too soon? With obviously you were saying that pent up emotion over the last year, maybe some time off would be good, or December. What do you think?
No, because when you have time off as an athlete and someone so passionate, no matter what you do, you're not going to be happy. He's got enough money to go on as many holidays as he wants. He can fly wherever he wants. He can chill and go to whatever parties he wants. But that's not satisfactory for his mental. A lot of fighters, what people don't understand, they end up going to the gym. It's kind of like a therapeutic place. So for me, when I finish fighting, I take time off. I'm not in a happy place. If I go shopping and go on holiday, this ain't my happy zone. My happy zone is the gym. So as you saw from my last fight, look how quick you saw me back in the gym when you
Yeah,
lot came down for the thing. You saw me there the next week
yeah,
because that's what I like doing.
man.
So I have time off, but I choose not to take it. You see me, I'm back in the gym. That's my happy place, and that's for a fighter. So for him, the more he's out and not in the gym, he's going to be social and be around the public. And it's not a good time for him to be around the public. What is a good place? If he has a fight day, he'll be locked away in the gym and he gets to graft with the small people around him. So he's shut off from the world. And then he can get his mind right in the gym, training, focusing on having a focus for 12 weeks or whatever, rather than just be out and about and hearing more stick and people's opinions.
Yeah. What would you suggest next then? Like, would it be a Dillian White?
I would think he should box at a good level, but not obviously as high as Usyk. A fight was maybe 60-40 in his favor. Go out there, get a good training camp, because if the guy's not good enough, it's going to be hard for him to have a good training camp to get a good performance to make himself feel better. And if he's too hard and he comes up short, it's not going to be great for his mental state. So I think if he can get an opponent where he's in favor but he's dangerous enough for him to respect, he comes out there, beats a decent name, then gets his confidence back, then I think he can look at like a fight, like a Wilder fight, maybe for an eliminator, final eliminator, because he's number one in the WBC Wilder, and the winner of that gets a shot at the unification again, and then he goes again. And I think that's the best route for him, I think.
I've just thought of something now, yeah, because you said that. And hopefully you can come back to this in like a year or two, or maybe, yeah, a year. So Wilder beats Helenius. Joshua
Yeah,
fights Wilder. Wait, let's say, I don't know, April, whatever it is. Fury
yeah.
fights Usyk. Fury beats Usyk. Joshua beats Wilder. And
It's
then,
Joshua Fury. That's what I'm
and
saying.
then, so
And then the
it's not
fight's back
over.
on. Not over. And I think it'll be good for Josh's mindset. I think Josh, to be happy now, clearly you can see he's not happy. And I think until he achieves not to just win the unification fight, until he has that unification fight and puts in his mind, win, lose, or draw, I had it, and I was just not good enough, or I was, I think his mental ain't going to be rested because he's
Yeah.
got all the money he needs. And I think that's the only thing right now to iron out that that bit was niggling him in the back of his mind.
Yeah, because Eddie Hearn, I'm not sure if you saw it, went on quite like of a passionate rant of the resume. Did you see it of the resume AJ's got? And with that being said, can you really see AJ going into a fight with the likes of a Zhili Zhang, a Filip Hrgovic? It almost Wilder would actually make maybe the most sense.
He would make the most sense. I think like the minimum he could fight is a Hrgovic to go straight into a Wilder fight if Wilder's not ready, and then fight Wilder early next year, and then the winner of that, because the unification might take a while to get made. So if he gets out there, does that, fights a Wilder while the unification's going on, and the winners fight each other. I think that's perfect.
What do you think about Fury Usyk? Do you think that's a potential fight? We obviously saw Tyson come out and say he wants to return, which isn't a surprise.
Yeah, no. And Usyk said that's the only fight he's interested in. I think it has to happen next. Politics aside, tick over fights aside, make the fight next.
How would that go in your eyes?
50-50 fight, because to be honest, I thought that AJ would beat Usyk, if I'm honest. I'm not going to be one of them people say, yeah, I knew Usyk was too much for it. I thought AJ would beat him. I thought based on the size, his punch power, he'd be too imposing for him. And he clearly showed me different. So his angles and that was a lot. You know, he's got them Lemachenko angles going on, etc. And Fury's quite awkward, but I don't think it's awkward as Usyk. So it would be something new for Usyk, for Fury to deal with. So, and he's got a good pedigree, Usyk. So I think it will be a very interesting fight. It's one I would be interested to watch.
What was the Crystal Palace score they played this weekend? I'm not trying to mock it. Did you win?
3-1 we won. We won 3-1.
Good start to the season then.
Come on, we've been playing well.
Fair play. I'm still holding you to that bet. You said top 7 or top 6, didn't you?
Yeah, top 6. I'm definitely going for the top 6. I said top 7, but I'm going for top 6.
Well, I'll let you off for top 7, but to be fair, that's 3-1. Can't complain. Chelsea lost 3-0, didn't they? That's mad.
That's what I'm saying. They're not on Palace's level.
Clip that. Thanks for your time, man. We'll speak again soon. Just latest on what you're gonna do next, actually.
I should be out probably October, November. I need a good fight. I need a fight that makes sense to me now. I need to push in the right direction in my career. I need to get back to that world title level. So yeah, it's all got to make sense at this point in my career.
Okay, I've asked most people at the gym if they're going to be fighting on your undercard, so it makes sense on Conor Benn undercard. You said October, November, October the 8th. Is that in the question or?
No. Too soon.
Too soon. Okay, but
we're looking for opponents, and we ain't nailed someone down yet. So at this level, you can't be giving people like 7 weeks notice, 6 weeks camps, can you?
Yeah, no. Do you think it'd be easy or hard to get Lyndon Arthur on a Matchroom show? He's just signed for Wasserman, but
don't know. You know me, I can't keep up with the politics. I don't know what promoters work with who. I don't know who likes who.
Yeah,
I don't know who wants to fight who. I've given up now with like all of the behind the scenes stuff. I just like, look, tell me who I'm fighting. Is it a good fight? What we fighting for? What's the money? What's my date? Let's go. That's what I'm on. I literally take everything out of my control. I don't even think about it no more.
Yeah, fair enough. Good way to end it, man. We look forward to seeing you towards the end of the year. And that Conor Benn Chris Eubank fight is going to be good as well. We'll speak about that in the next couple of weeks. Thanks for doing this one today, bro.
No problem, bro. Speak to you soon, yeah?